Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Joshua, I was in the New York Post today.
You were in the New York Post?
I was in the New York Post. It was a nice surprise. And they did a video about the Coke Be Less White training at the very top of the page. And I feel like I looked very smart. And yeah, and I thought it was a good thing. And the whole article was about how Coke is backing off their woke initiatives, maybe partially because some of them were exposed by me.
Partially? I wouldn't say partially. You broke the story.
I did, but Coke has done some other things too. So Coke is also like they pushed back. They came out against the Georgia voting law, which made them look stupid, and I had nothing to do with that. Coke successfully looked stupid all on their own on that one.
Yes,
definitely. I just think it's bizarre that. I mean, like, think about this Coke story. I send one tweet with some images attached to it, and it goes viral on the internet, and everyone is tweeting about it, and news stories are written, and Coke, one of the largest companies in the world, has to put an outgoing message telling people that they're not telling people to be less white, and now they're making entire business decisions based on one single tweet.
Yep. Exactly.
Is this really the way the world works?
Apparently so. I think that's what's going on. I mean, we'll never look at Coca-Cola the same way. Are you still drinking Coke?
I might. I might be. It's not my fault. It's what Victor buys. It is Victor's fault. Victor enables me.
Okay. Well, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Sometimes when other people do the grocery shopping, we don't have the don't have that clout. It happens.
Yeah. So I already feel like you've gotten more serious now that you're not blonde anymore.
Well, it's blue. The thing is that you can't tell, but it's actually blue.
I don't know what it is.
That's really bad lighting.
I think you're trying to look mysterious and emo, like we're in high school again.
I would love to do that. Why not? Bring back that.
Were you emo in high school?
No, I was very, very happy-go-lucky, but I was a floater, so I could hang out with, like, I would go to lunch with this crew and then that crew, and the cool thing is that when you're that young, like, nobody's like, well, why are you going to lunch with me? Like, I was floating around to, like, the jocks and the townies and the smart kids. Like, I was all around.
Yeah, people in the chat are already commenting on your hair. They're like, what happened?
When they tell that it's blue, it's not black, it's blue.
I don't think it looks blue. I think it looks black.
Well, wait till you see me in person if I still have this.
People are saying you should dye your hair purple. Yes, I agree. Why didn't you dye your hair purple, Joshua?
I can. You got to give me a shade of purple, and I will.
How about the purple that's on our nameplates?
Oh, that's nice. Now, let me see. Can you see? It's still hot. Yeah, it still looks black.
You see a little tint. It's slightly tinted if you have the light on.
It is a blue. It is the Blue Lagoon.
Well, you should take a picture and post it on social media so we can all properly inspect and improve of your hair. Because God knows, any change in appearance, you need to run by me.
I do have to.
I feel like I was not considered.
You were considered. I actually think that you would like the blue better than the blonde because you do like blue.
I got used to the blonde, though. I have to say, the blonde suited you.
The blonde is coming back, most likely. But like I said, I have to take a visit home, and I don't want to give my older relatives heart attacks. So I don't want to...
I think that would only be a benefit if it was my family.
I'm not there yet. But hey, if people piss me off, we never know. So
never know what could happen.
No.
All right, guys, welcome to Nothing Remotely Controversial. This is a show that Joshua and I do every Tuesday night where I talk about the news and whatever I find interesting. And Joshua, who is a professional psychic, uses his psychic and tarot card and astrology powers to help us peer beneath the surface and really look at what's going on. And Joshua, you know what happened today that I was very excited about?
What?
Trump launched his social media platform.
Oh, good. The one that we saw is going to be brilliant, right?
Well, yes, but here's the thing. This is like the most Trump thing in the history of Trump things, because basically this he even called it a one-way social media platform, which is not social media. But basically what Trump did is he built a blog. That's all he did. He built a blog. Hang on, I'm going to pull it up right now on the screen. I should have had it ready, but I didn't because I was making dick jokes with James Lindsay on Twitter.
That's a very good one.
I have my priorities, okay? And James Lindsay's giant saber is absolutely one of my priorities. All right.
Let me share. Here.
I'm gonna start a rumor if it's the last thing I do. So here is Trump's social media, one-way social media platform. It's basically a place for him to type out like whatever he's thinking and then get other people to share it to Twitter or Facebook for him.
Okay.
In other words, Trump literally started a blog. He started a blog. That's all this is. And he's calling it a one-way social media platform. I'm like, you madman. This is a genius idea.
It's a really good idea. Yeah, but there won't be any back and forth because it's a one-sided combo, right?
It's a one-sided combo. Trump types what he wants to type. It goes on his little blog thing. We then share it out to Twitter or Facebook via social media, and you can sign up to get updates. So Trump is basically using his audience to be on platforms that he has been banned from.
Brilliant.
How is that not like the greatest thing that's ever happened?
I think that's great. Yeah, good for him.
So let's do our first psychic tree of the night.
Okay.
Is this social media platform going to be successful for Trump?
Let's see. And tell me when I should stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Yeah.
It's going to be successful?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's interesting, though, the approach that he took. So you get Queen of Discs, which is about being like prudent and careful. She's like Taurus. She's not going to make moves towards something unless there's a practical component attached to it, right?
Yeah.
But then you have Seven of Swords, which is futility. So this is a way for him to express himself while keeping himself safe, so to speak, or to protect himself. I don't know exactly how, but with the Seven of Swords, this is sort of like a stealthy operation, so to speak, meaning there's reasons why he's doing this that is more than meets the eye. Does that make sense?
Well, okay. Yeah, I can buy that. Infidelity says make blogging great again. Keep
exactly.
going.
And then your final card is Lust, which is success. So yeah, I think that definitely with the Seven of Swords, this is a victory card, even if it's called, futility. And it's about doing things behind the scenes that are a little just stealthy. Stealthy is the way. Stealthy is the word. And then Lust card is success. So I do think that he will. But is it really a social media platform?
It's not a social media platform. It's not even a one-way social media platform. There's no interaction. This is Trump sending his messages out to the world and getting his audience to be on platforms that he's not on. That's all this is. But I still think it's like the most Trump thing that's ever happened. So here is my next question. Are people going to get banned on Twitter just for sharing posts that Trump writes on this platform?
Let's see. And I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Knight of Cups, Science, Queen of Wands. I mean, not everybody can get banned. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if he puts out something, right, that might be the futility aspect of it. Because with the Knight of Cups, like, this is sort of like him putting something, it's like his name is written in water, Knight of Cups, so he puts it out there and it just like disappears. With the Six of Swords, he's going through this transition. I don't see how they can ban everyone. I think that this is sort of like an inner confidence move on his part, like the mentality being, what are they going to do? Like if he writes something and they tweet it out, what are they going to ban, like, 20 million people? Like they can't.
They already banned several 100,000 people after January 6th. They did in real life. They did.
How many?
Several 100,000 people. At least minimally 200,000 people.
Yeah, I think that maybe some people will, but I think with Queen of Wands, there's a certain level of power behind it. So I don't think that everybody's going to get banned. That's for sure.
Well, I hope so. Well, guys, make sure you mount that like button if you have not already. Mount the like button. We appreciate that. And guys, if you have something that you want Joshua to psychic for you, please, you have to send in a super chat because time is money, but you get to decide on the value. One thing we ask is that you do keep it a high level question, something that's interesting to everyone, not a personal question. But I will say we only have one super chat so far, and it is like a personal question. Joshua, do you feel like psychicking a personal
Absolutely.
question?
Let's do it.
As a favor?
Sure.
All right. Deranged lunatic, aka DL. I have been madly in love with a particular lady for years. She recently found out how I feel. What are our chances of ending up together? Guys, this is a special treat. We don't normally do personal questions, but this is what happens when you get in the first super chat of the night.
Let's see. What are the chances of him and his lady friend
Special lady
getting together? Getting together, like marrying or dating, or
well, ending up together. So I would say that that's ending up together.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Oh.
Will they get together? And someone stop shuffling, Carlin, please.
Stop.
Nine of Discs, the Chariot, the Tower. Be careful what you wish for, my friend. You could be the deranged lunatic. The Knight of Discs.
This is what happens, folks, when you ask personal psychic questions on the internet, okay?
The Knight of Discs is you, which I wouldn't say that you are a deranged lunatic. So I think that it's a misnomer, your screen name. Chariot is about victory. And very, very positive outcome with the Chariot card. But then you have the Tower card. So I do think that it is probable that there'll be a breakthrough, but a breakthrough with a little bit of a surprise attached. So you could get what you want, but it comes like, it's almost analogous with the Tower to like entering a burning building, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there you go. Sometimes be careful what questions you ask because they might actually get an answer. All right. Actually, J. Russ, this is perfect timing because this was my very next question for Joshua. He says, hey again, will Trump win the presidency? Always good to see you too. Oh, got a massive new tarot deck. I'll tag you on Twitter to see it. Excellent.
Yes, please do.
So, Joshua, I heard a rumor today.
I heard a rumor
from someone who has more connections than I do, that people in the Republican Party are thinking it's going to be Trump DeSantis in 2024. And then you, right after I heard this rumor, sent me the link to the Candace Owens interview where she asked Trump if he was going to run for the presidency. And he's like, well, you can't really announce too early because there are campaign finance things, but I will be making an announcement at some point, and I think people will be very happy with it. So, question 1, is Trump running in 2024?
And I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Success, 10 of Cups, Princess of Swords. So, there's the success, this movement, which is really very positive. 10 of Cups looks like a close of an emotional cycle. What I don't like is Princess of Swords. So Princess of Swords, it's not like easy Princess of Swords. Like, for instance, if Princess of Swords comes up, it's almost like a bad score on a test that you take, or things being a little bit like you have to do some stuff in order to have that level of success. So we're going to start out with success, but I worry about it being able to be followed through, to be honest with you. I hope so. So this isn't a no. It's more a matter of it's iffy. It's not a slam dunk with Princess of Swords. There's some like intellectual stuff. I think it maybe in my head, all I can think of is, the different infractions that he has against him that they're trying to make a big deal about. I wonder if that could be something that prevents him from running. Do you know what I mean?
All right. So
Which is not Princess of Swords, because she can be quite she can be quite.
Can I ask, does the Republican Party want Trump to run again?
Let's see. Overall?
Yes.
Like the majority of them?
Yeah, well, like the establishment Republicans.
Want Trump to run or win?
Well, I would assume they would want him to win if they wanted him to run, but let's just go run.
Okay. Do the established Republicans and tell me to stop shuffling, please.
Stop.
Established Republicans. How do they feel about Trump running? I think overall they feel good about it, except for like with the devil, they do realize that there are going to be limitations. So I think that emotionally they're on board, but with the devil card, they might feel as if it's almost like, that there are going to be issues with this guy. Like, we like this guy and everything, but there's going to be some issues. So I think overall though, I think yes, but it comes to that again, that yes, but do you know what I mean?
I don't know how I feel about this. I have so many mixed emotions about the idea of Trump running again. On one hand, I would love the spectacle of it. I think it would be hilarious. I mean, do I think they would let him win? No. Obviously. Did our stream go down? Oh, wait. It looked like our stream went down for a second. I was like, what the hell? No, I mean, I think it would be like hilarious. Mm-hmm. I also think like, is it even worth it? Like, here's where I struggle with Trump. It's like, no matter what he does, it's going to be bad because the media is just going to portray it as bad no matter what. It doesn't even matter what's true or what's real or any of these things. And I almost feel like someone like Ron DeSantis has an opportunity to come in and have a little bit more of a clean slate, but the media are already attacking him and lying about him too. So does it really matter? I don't know. I go back and forth on it.
Yeah, I think it's a road. How old will he be? He'll be like, what, 78?
Oh, I don't think that matters. Trump is like full of piss and vinegar. He's like the only president ever that didn't age in office.
That's true. He really didn't. Yeah.
No, he didn't age at all. Like Obama after his first term went completely gray. Trump, spry.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, I don't know. All right. Well, moving on. Let's see. We've gotten this question a couple times, but I want to ask it again. Will Caitlyn Jenner become governor of California? Because Joshua, Caitlyn Jenner released a campaign ad today. Did you see it?
I know. I saw it. I was impressed.
I was too. I was like, what's going on? What did you think?
I mean, James Woods was like,
mm-hmm.
I thought it was great. I thought it was really, really well done. I thought it was almost like, holy shit, this could happen, was my feeling.
Yeah,
you know?
That was my feeling as well. So let's look at it. Will Caitlyn Jenner become governor of California?
Let's see. And tell me when to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Oppression, 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands.
Wah wah.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think
No.
I think that it's a little premature. Do you know what I mean? Little premature. I mean, with the 10 of Wands, right? There's like a lot of pressure. I think that it's a lot of people, especially conservatives, to wrap their head around. Like, I think that seeing this video, that's a really good start, I think, in terms of understanding, okay, so this person was Bruce Jenner, Olympian, and now that person is a she. Like, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot for me, and I'm very liberal, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that there's just it's too much pressure, probably on both sides, right? Because, like, you know, most Republicans are not going to be, they're going to be keen on what she represents, but not still feeling weird about who she is. And where the liberals probably hate her because she's like not really for trans rights or how they perceive as trans rights. Not all.
She has questions about like biological boys playing girls sports,
which I think is a really
which is like legit.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not a scientist, but I would think that it's I would think that it, like, did you play softball when you were growing up?
I played softball for like a week and then decided I didn't like it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking
because I wanted to play baseball with the boys, ironically.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So with 3 of Wands, though, again, like this, I think something in the future might be very good for her. Yeah, but with 2 of Wands, I think that she's going to have some really stiff competition.
Mm-hmm.
No
pun intended.
No pun intended.
Just make as many dick jokes as we can tonight. We can talk about James Lindsay's giant saber for the entire hour. Do you want to see, Joshua? Do you want to see James Lindsay's giant saber? This is a literal saber. Wait. No, I feel like I need to show you James Lindsay's giant saber. Are you ready, Joshua?
Are you gonna get demonetized?
No. Look at that.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes me feel a lot better.
Does it?
Yeah. That is
an impressive saber, isn't it?
Yeah, it is an impressive saber, I must admit. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Nephai asked the question, and I actually very much appreciate this question and also the language with which you asked it. Will Liz Cheney or Mitt Romney lose their position in the party for their treason against Trump? Now, Joshua, I don't know if you've been following along this week, but Mitt Romney, who is the senator from Utah, got booed at a Utah GOP meeting, like very loudly. And
what?
Because everyone hates him because he hated Trump and he went against Trump. And Liz Cheney, kind of the same thing is happening. Like, the Republicans are apparently now turning their back on Liz Cheney. She pushed the issue too far and are trying to replace her. She's like the number 3 Republican in the House, and they're trying to oust her from that position. So let's do one at a time.
Got it.
Will Liz Cheney lose her leadership position for her treason for Trump?
Liz Cheney.
Oh, I'm losing my voice. Jeez.
And I'm going to stop shuffling on the Liz question.
Stop.
So Liz, Hermit, Truce. I think it's very probable, actually. She's not headed to good things, but she also is wrapping a cycle. And there might be, how do I say this gently? There may be her being a lot more behind the scenes, if at all involved.
You mean she's going to be like secretly involved?
No, I think that she's ending a cycle. I think that she's probably going to be taking a sabbatical of some sort. And then I think that's when, with the 5 of Swords, that she's going to lose her position of leadership. So,
okay. Well, good, because she deserves it.
How seem to you lately?
What's that?
How does her energy level seem to you lately?
I don't know. Well, the thing of it is like, you know, I've been hearing from people in like Wyoming that are like, oh, Liz Cheney's not really that bad, blah, blah, blah. Like there was supposed to be like this upheaval against her in Wyoming because she voted to impeach Trump. And then I figured that the Republicans were just going to forget about it and be like, oh, we got to vote for her anyway because of the name recognition, which is dumb. But that was what I was hearing out of like Wyoming. And now like this whole thing with the GOP happened last week. And I'm like, shit, maybe they really are going to oust her. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she's going to get really quiet in some capacity. I don't know if it's sabbatical or convalescence, but she's going to get really quiet and then probably go bye-bye. And again, like I do think that there is pressure on her that's behind the scenes. So yeah, I think that she's going to lose her position in the party. Yes.
Final answer. All right, now let's do Mitt Romney because I'm equally interested in him. Will Mitt Romney lose his position in the party
due to his treason against Trump?
Due to his treason against Trump.
And tell me when I should stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Swiftness, Prince of Cups. I wouldn't say so, but there is definitely a lot of activity that is around him. Like there's just more action. He has a lot of his fingers are in a lot of pies, let's say. And with the judgment card, like he holds a lot of weight, a lot more clout, certainly more than Liz is what I get. So I would say that it would be unlikely that he would lose his position in the party.
Boo, boo. I knew Utah would cave. Those rat bastards. All right. Okay, we have a couple questions around cryptocurrency. Now, here's an important time to remind everyone that Joshua is a psychic. He is not a financial planner. This is not financial advice. This is not legal advice. This is not healthcare advice. He is a psychic. This is for entertainment purposes only. Okay? Everyone understand the rules.
Yes.
Nico L says, recently VeChain was mentioned in China's 5-year plan for logistics use. My question is that by 2025, will it be worth $5 a token?
Okay. Will VeChain be worth $5 a token by 2025, right?
Yes.
$5. And tell me to stop shuffling, please.
Stop.
Valor, truce, success. I would say there's a little bit of a delay before that happens. So they're coming right out of the gate with the Valor card, right? So this is really, really, really strong. They're fierce competitors in the market. But with Four of Swords, this is like a delay or a quiet moment, like a pause, right? And then we have success. So I wouldn't say 2025. I would say more likely 2026, 2027. But we're on the way to that. But I don't think quite by 2025. Things will go high, then they'll go low, and then it might take them a little bit of time to get up to that, is what I see.
Well, there you go. There you go. Now, the real question of the hour, Doge. Will Dogecoin reach $1 by the end of May? I'm very jealous of everyone who bought Doge at this point. I'll tell you that.
And tell me to stop shuffling on that.
Stop. I feel like there's pressure on you in this one to make everyone's hopes and dreams come true.
No, I don't care. No, it will not make $1 by the end of it. With the Fool card, so there's something that's a little bit ungrounded. High Priest is about fluctuation and change. And then I'm sorry, folks, the Sorrow card comes up. So not by end of May. That's not what I see here.
Oh well, maybe I don't need to be upset about everyone who bought Doge and I didn't. All right, Ethereum has almost doubled in price since I bought it like not too long ago. So I'm pretty happy with Ethereum right now, I have to say.
Yeah.
All right, Right as Rain says, what are the aliens, UFOs doing here? That's a pretty broad question. What do you think the aliens are doing here, Joshua?
Oh, I don't know. I have very, very harmonious relations with the aliens. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. We're good. But let's see what the aliens are doing here, if anything.
Yes. And you really do believe there are aliens here. You're being serious.
A long time, just because I think humans are more difficult enough to deal with. We have to deal with extraterrestrials, right?
I believe aliens are here too.
I believe they are at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
So what are they doing here, though?
What do they want? Maybe you're an alien, Joshua.
That is very possible.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Let's see. What are the aliens doing here? Disappointment, success, and the star. So they're disappointed in us, essentially.
Well, they should be. We kind of suck right now. The aliens should be disappointed in us.
And they want to bring us success, and they want us to reach. Oh, okay. So it's a vibrational. Wait. They want us to raise our vibration to an extent that we, as well as they, are less disappointed.
Wait, I have an alien question. Okay, do the aliens support woke nonsense? Is that something the aliens are in favor of, or do they think that that lowers our vibration?
Let's see, shall we?
Josh was like, I'm so regretting this goddamn decision right now.
No.
You would just be sitting around your apartment right now working if it wasn't.
Oh, yeah, because I don't have anything to do. I mean, let's see here. So would or do the aliens support the woke stuff, right?
Yes. Are aliens woke?
And someone to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Okay. Are aliens woke?
It's the most critical question of the night right here.
It is. I think that with the prudence card, this is the power of the overall view. So what this means is they see all of us as we really are, like all one. So with the High Priestess card, this is about fluctuation and change. And I think that with the High Priestess, it's sort of like the secrets will be revealed. So they believe that this has to happen now. This woke stuff has to happen now as sort of like this transitory thing in which there will be a new cycle. And with the Lovers card, I think that they like the fact that it's creating dialogue and debate because if you're around the woke stuff, you're at least getting permeated by different ideologies. And with those, you can come up with your own conclusion. So overall, what I get naturally here is that they are happy that there's dialogue and debate about this because it opens a new conversation that is necessary and needed, but not for what the agenda might be on the surface. Does that make sense? So like
they're taking a much higher view of this.
Sorry?
You're saying they're taking like a very like 50,000 foot view of this. They're saying like basically like this is all happening for a reason to push them in the right direction.
Yeah. It's almost like I think
they don't think it's good, but like they think it's necessary.
Yes. I think that they like the fact with the High Priestess, this is still developing. This is still like potential. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of potential there, and that's going to lead to the Lovers card, which is about communication, dialogue, debate, understanding. Oh, okay, you know what it is. With the Lovers card, in the traditional Rider-Waite, the man sees his femaleness in the woman, and the woman sees her femaleness in the man. So I think if anything, this is going to help us get closer to ourselves by being permeated by these different ideologies. Because if you think about it, like we've all had past lives, and I say that because all of our lives going on concurrently, but we've had lives, you know, as different colors, as different creeds and preferences, stuff like that. And I think that is probably what we're probably going to be, we need it maybe in our face so we can at least recognize where it is that we come from.
I don't have anything more on that. I don't know.
What?
I don't have anything more on that.
Okay.
The aliens are too smart for me tonight.
Alien life form. You know Alf, or were you too young for Alf?
I vaguely remember Alf. I didn't watch Alf much though.
I didn't like it either. You know, it was a little too
my
far.
My cousins watched it, and my cousins watched it. I did not. Yeah. All right, let's see. Now we're moving on from Alien Fun Time. RJ says, I'm thinking Pompeo DeSantis. Trump doing more good in the background. Thoughts? I don't like Mike Pompeo, and I don't want Mike Pompeo to run. I think Mike Pompeo does not like gay people, and I've heard that he got a good dressing down from Trump for how he was treating Rick Grinnell, and I don't really want him to run. That's how I feel about it. Joshua doesn't even know who Mike Pompeo is, so he has no opinion.
I like the name Pompeo. Pompeo.
Yeah.
Kind of like that Harry Belafonte song, Pompeo. I think so. Yeah. But if you say you don't like him, then
let's psychic. Will Mike Pompeo run for president?
Will Mike Pompeo
to honor the super chat?
Will Pompeo run for president? And tell me to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Will Mike Pompeo. Oppression, the star, power. Not at this time, but there are hopes for the future. How old is he?
Good. I'm not sure exactly. 50s? I mean, I think it's like, I want to say 60s. I don't know.
My guess right now, just because there's so much pressure going on, and with the star card, I would think it would be in like, what, 2030.
Wow. At least it's not now. That's all I really care about. I don't like Mike Pompeo, and I don't want him to run. Deranged Lunatic says, Joshua, for her, I would run into a burning building and more.
Oh. Sweet.
Well, we hope it works out and that she doesn't turn out to be a psycho.
Yes, and we can... Yeah, we'll send you a toaster for the wedding, because
that's what. Do people have toasters now?
I certainly have a toaster. If I didn't have a toaster, I wouldn't. I would starve to death. Yeah.
Wow. You'd have to learn how to use your oven.
Yes, that's true.
All right. So, did you hear about what has gone on with the Derek Chauvin jury?
Vaguely, I guess. Well, refresh me.
So essentially, one of the jurors basically was a Black Lives Matter person that went to Black Lives Matter protest and lied to the judge about remaining impartial and just, lied his way onto the jury to be on the jury. And so now they're requesting a mistrial.
Ooh.
For any number of 18,000 reasons. And Kat wants to know, or Cait, will Derek Chauvin get a new trial?
Let's see. Chopin, right?
Yes, Chopin, yes. Chopin.
Will he get a new trial, right?
Yes.
And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop. Oh God, Thin White Axe is starting to call him Chopin. You're having influence, Joshua. You're having more influence than I intended you to have.
Oh no. I don't think it's decided yet. I think there's a lot of pressure to make that happen. However, we do have Prince of Discs. Was this lawyer a guy? Did he have a male lawyer?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to, but I think that with the oppression card, there's a lot of pressure, I think, to keep him from getting a new trial. There will be news about it, is my feeling. I think there will be this earthy guy who pushes it, but I think with the oppression card, it's just, it's probably more trouble than it's worth, or it's just too arduous for them to push it forward. That's my guess.
Do you feel bad for him?
No.
No, not at all. I feel just slightly bad for him, but not very bad for him, because I don't think he's a good person, but I also don't think he did what he got convicted of.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, we choose our own reality. We create our reality. So I think that, as strange as it might sound, you can't say we create our own reality except for when this happens. No, he created that. So for whatever reason, this is the law of least resistance for him. This is what he has created. And even if it might not be what you and I might want for ourselves, that doesn't mean that if he or anybody else wants to do what they want to do, that's okay with them. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Do you ever think that that's like, and I'm not saying that this is my argument. I'm just making an argument. Do you ever think that that perspective is like kind of like people haven't been taught that philosophy growing up? Right. And maybe you could say like we intrinsically all know it on some deep unconscious level and blah, 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 whatever. But I mean, it's very hard for people to wrap their heads around that they choose every part of their life.
Well, they create it. That doesn't mean that they necessarily say, I want to go to prison for the rest of my life and wind up in prison. Right. It's not on a conscious level, but on a subconscious level, again, like law of attraction, you get what you are vibrationally matched to. And with the thoughts that you think, you create your feeling state, which creates your vibration. And that winds up getting you the Pulitzer, gets you a prize, it gets you put in prison, it gets you a wife, or whatever it might be. So we create our own reality. And as soon as we acknowledge that, that's when the fun begins and we stop acting like victims of circumstance. So I don't see him as a victim. No.
All right. Sometimes you come off a little dickish when you say stuff like this, though.
That's fine. And again, I think...
and I know you don't, like, that's not what it is, but it's just like, it seems so cold and heartless sometimes, like, especially if you're talking about, like, people who don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I think what's cold and heartless is to placate people and say, oh, you poor thing, this happened to you, and then they stay in the dirty bathwater for the rest of their lives, you know? I think that's more cold and heartless by saying you get to make a decision. And if you don't like the decision, you create another decision. But it's as soon as you
I agree with that. Yeah. Like if you want something different, make a different choice.
Exactly. Like it's as soon as you realize that you create your own reality, you're in the driver's seat, and then you can create your own reality. Otherwise, if you're like, I didn't create my own reality, well, then you're a victim, and then you're going to continue to be acted upon as opposed to acting from what it is that you want. So you have to direct your life. I'm advocating self-leadership, self-government. And the reason why we have government, which we spoke about at one point, I think this past week, is because we don't trust ourselves. The only reason we have government and we have given them the powers because we don't have the trust, the self-trust to self-govern. So we've given our power to the government.
All right. Char Kroger says, will Dr. Carlin run for office and win? Love your hair too. You look very sophisticated. Not that you aren't.
Thank you very much.
Will I run for office, Joshua?
Let's see.
Let's bring the focus back to me for a second. It was just too much on you. It has to come back to me.
Okay, back to you. Okay. Will you run for office and will you win, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. And tell me when to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Let's see. Will Caitlyn run for office and will she win? Thinking about it, there's success for you in two different areas. One of these areas is going to create a new air cycle in which you're going to be thinking about new things. And there is potential there. We're not like this is happening. The High Priestess is about the potential of situations. So I would say that it is possible. It hasn't been, I think, decided or determined just yet. But we do see success in 2 areas for you, and that is going to create a new communication, new thought cycle that could lead you to running for office.
What are those 2 areas? What areas will I be successful in?
I mean, my guess, you want me to answer that?
I'll just guess. You know me well enough.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, I would say that it's what you're doing now with the YouTube stuff, but also publishing.
Or so I actually have to write that book?
You will have to write that book, yes. And or it could be public speaking or doing your own thing, but there'll be success in 2 areas. My guess is it's YouTube and the book, publishing, being an author. An auteur.
Oh, an artist. Gay Stranger Ally says, will the Canada-US border reopen in 2021? Will I be able to go to Canada again, Joshua?
That would be fun.
I would think so, yeah.
So will the Canada border be reopened by the end of 2021?
Yes.
And tell me to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Will the Canadian border be reopened by 2021? I think so, but there will be more control.
Like damn Canadians. Canadians ruin everything.
They have the greatest poutine in the world, though.
But other people know how to make poutine now. We don't have to go to Canada to get good poutine.
Oh, I don't know. So completion, there's going to be a little bit of relief, but with the chariot, there is going to be a certain level of hard control. I don't know who you guys have running that place, but there's this water.
Justin Trudeau.
Oh, yes. What sign is he?
Trudeau. I don't know. Does anyone know what sign Justin Trudeau is or his birthday?
Is he a Scorpio? That would be really funny.
That would be funny. Are you looking it up?
Yes. No, he's a Capricorn.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that can be very Prince of Cups too, I think, even though it's not water. Yeah. There might be somebody else that's behind the scenes. But yeah, there's going to be limitations. There's going to be some kind of hard control. I mean, isn't there always?
I didn't want to go to Canada anyway.
Okay.
I really didn't want to go to Canada. Canada's too cold.
Canada's cold. I gotta go to Canada. I gotta go to Vancouver now that I'm west.
Why?
I don't know.
For reasons?
It just sounds cool, Vancouver. I've never. I hear it's beautiful. I've been to Montreal several times, so.
All right, Steph M wants to know, will Oklahoma stand strong or will the governor and Oklahoma fold on recent bills? So what she's talking about, Joshua, is Oklahoma has passed a bill banning critical race theory. And now the insane lunatics in Oklahoma, the Democrats, are trying to get the governor to veto the bill. So will the governor veto the critical race theory bill?
What is the fate of the critical race theory bill? And where are we? What state?
Oklahoma.
What is the fate of the critical race theory bill in Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
And I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
High Priestess. Nope. It will get vetoed, is my feeling.
What?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. We talked about the fate of it, right? So the High Priestess, there's going to be, I think there's some woman who's going to be saying something that's going to be able to like penetrate. Then you get 10 of Swords for the fate of it, which is ruin, terrible. And then the Lust card. So they might try to go after it again, but I think that it's going to get turned down at least this first time. You know what I mean? It's going to get vetoed or ended.
That does not make me happy.
Oh, really? Oh, but I'm saying it's going to get oh.
I don't want it to be vetoed.
Oh, I may have misunderstood the question. I said, what was the fate of the critical race theory bill?
Yes, the one banning it. It bans it.
Okay, well, let's just do a clarification.
Joshua just completely mispsychicked the cards. Okay.
Well, it's yeah. So okay. So will critical race theory be? What is the fate? I thought it was what is the fate of critical race theory in Oklahoma?
No, it's the bill. The bill banning it. The bill bans it.
Okay, and you want the bill to pass?
Yes, I want the bill to pass and get signed into law.
Okay. What is the fate of the bill, right?
What is the fate of the bill banning critical race theory in Oklahoma? Adrian's like, do it again, do it again.
Anytime I'm going to stop shuffling?
Stop. And this time you better give me an answer I like, Joshua.
Yeah, I do think so. I do think that it will pass. So 9 discs you get, the magician card, but there's a little bit of finagling. So I don't know when they're voting, but people need to do some stuff behind.
They've already voted. They've already voted. The bill has already passed. The governor just needs to sign it. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So you think you're worried about the governor vetoing it?
Yes, because the Democrats are campaigning to veto it.
Oh, I see. No, I think it'll pass. Yeah, I think it'll pass. I think you'll be okay.
I was about to get angry at you, like when people don't like your predictions. I was about to be like, what the fuck, Joshua? You suck. Bon Cobra. Bon Cobra wants to know, should Carlin found a freedom and anti-woke think tank? Should I create a think tank?
What's a think tank?
I have no idea. A group of people that get around and talk about ideas and publish ideas and do research. I don't know what a think tank does.
Well, maybe we should look at that. Think tank.
Why?
Because it helps to know what the hell I'm talking about when I ask the question.
I thought you didn't want to know what you were talking about.
Well, I need to have like a general idea.
Okay.
I'm thinking of a real tank. Think tank.
Not an actual tank, like a company, an organization.
Okay. So yes, a think tank is a body of experts providing advice and ideas on specific political or economic problems. Okay. So
well done.
Thank you. So you provide a think tank? Is that what the question is?
Will, should I create my own think tank?
Oh, if you create your own think tank.
Yes.
And tell me when I should stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
Let's see. If you create your own. Swiftness. Happiness. 5 discs. So I think that it could bring you initial elation, but I think that with the 5 of discs, it could just be an albatross around your neck. Just tough to keep going.
Yeah.
I think it would bring you initial fun and excitement. It would be really great, but I think there would be a lot of work attached to it, which would...
Yeah, and would distract me from other things that I think are more impactful and important.
Precisely.
Yeah. All right, Charles, you got the big super chat of the night, Charles. Thank you so much for supporting our show. We appreciate that. COVID got us plexiglass at checkouts, but wasn't that racist years ago? Remember when they forced places to take that plexiglass down? I don't remember that ever being racist, but I totally believe that that's true. Joshua, do you remember that?
No. Why is why? I don't understand why one has anything to do with the other.
Because they may have argued that it's racist to separate the cashier from the people because
because white people don't hold up stores. People hold up plenty of stores.
I have no idea. I don't remember this ever being a thing. But can we look at this? Will this goddamn plexiglass come down at checkouts? Because this is dumb.
Oh, okay, so you want you want the plexiglass gone. Will the plexiglass
yes.
go? Okay.
Yes.
So what's the fate of the plexiglass, right?
Yes. What is the fate of the plexiglass at the checkouts?
Fate. And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Let's see. Death, truce, worry. So, yeah, I think that it's gonna depend on the different venues. So it's not a matter of like all of it is going away. It's the death card. So there's gonna be some people that say my institution needs to keep plexiglass up. There will be something wrong.
I said it's so dumb. I was just making a comment. Go ahead.
Yeah. So in four of swords, there'll be talk about it. I think with five of discs, I think that it's I think it's going to be on a case-by-case basis. So I don't see all the plexiglass going away, if that makes sense.
All right, guys. We got 3 minutes left. We got like 4 super chats. So rapid fire super chat, Joshua. Will juror 52 face criminal charges for misconduct or perjury? Juror 52 is the one who lied to get on the jury. Will this person face any consequences? Oh, God.
And I'm going to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
The Sun, Knight of Discs, the Fool. Nope. I mean, the Fool card at the end, there might be something that happens down the line, but at this point, we don't know. But it doesn't look that way. I'd be very surprised with the Sun card. So no. And I think also with the Fool, there's some element that we don't realize. There's something that we might be missing.
All right. Rex wants to know, how many and which tarot decks do you tend to use, Joshua? Also, what are your thoughts on Alleyman's tarot deck on Kickstarter?
Oh, hi, Rex. I use the Rider deck and the Crowley's Thoth deck. I use the Rider deck when I'm doing like, say, group readings, but when I'm doing like individual ones or like these, I always use the Crowley deck. And I don't know much about Alleyman's tarot deck on Kickstarter, but I will check it out.
Wait, look at this. I just Googled this real quick, and it's like, look at this. They raised almost $900,000 for a tarot card deck.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
What do you get if you back it? A mismatched tarot card deck's made up of, wait, hang on. It's God damn it, Kickstarter. What the hell? A mismatched tarot card deck made up of 133 cards from other decks, old and new alike.
Oh, wow.
That's all it is? It's just a mismatched tarot card deck? That's all it is? Really? That's literally what it is. Wow. All right. You learn something new every day. That's how you can make $1 million, literally. Arcadian Twilight, me and many like me are looking to leave Seattle for red states. Is it a good time? And should free thinkers and moderates stick together or wait it out longer? What do you think, Joshua? Is it a good time for people to move to red states? You can come to New Hampshire. We have the Free State Project.
When
come
you say
here.
You're talking in the next 3 months?
Sure.
And tell me to stop shuffling on that.
Stop.
It's now a good time. Hermit, 5 of Swords, not. I don't think just quite yet. I wouldn't say over the next 3 months. So I don't think now is the best time. We're closing a cycle right now with the Hermit card. And I think with 5 of Swords and 9 of Swords, I would wait it out. 5 of Swords is about fear of defeat. So give things a chance. Let the summer go by. Let us get back to reality. Fall.
Relax.
Yeah.
All right. And our last question of the night. Will Caitlyn Jenner ever denounce critical race theory? That's a good question to end on, I think.
That's a really... Will she ever publicly? Because obviously there's a discrepancy potentially between how she feels and what she'll actually say. So will Kris Jenner publicly denounce CRT. Yes?
Yes.
And I'm going to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Emperor, 3 of Cups, Science. I think so.
Good for her.
Yeah, that's my guess. Yeah.
Yay. All right, guys, that's all we have for tonight. Von Cobra slid in there. Joshua, the Brady Tarot is the most beautiful deck I've ever seen. Take a look.
Thank you. I shall. I will. Definitely.
All right, guys, that's all we have time for tonight. If you want to connect with Joshua to get him to do a reading or astrological chart or any of those things, his information is in the description below. You can also subscribe to his YouTube channel, and he does, you do like a weekly astrology video, right?
I do. A weekly astrology video called Organize Your Ass Astrology that sets you up for success for the whole week ahead.
Indeed. Indeed. And we will be back here next week, same time, same place, if you would like to join us for psychic fun again. All right, guys, take care. Have a good rest of your night. Bye.